Well, back to the Airdrie career mode here on Football Manager 2023, and we're looking for that coveted third position to guarantee European group stage football. We have beat Hibernian 2-0, 2 goals for Ansu Fati. Juranovic and Stephen Welsh have managed to pick up bookings, but well, who really cares, because we're moving on. And as you see, Rangers beat Hearts, which means the gap with a few games to go is 3 points to Hearts, but we're also joint on points with the big team. But we simmed this game against Hearts. A win here would be massive, and it is. It's Josip Juranovic and Ansu Fati. Shane Lavery picks up an injury for Hearts. Hibs draw, so that propels us up into fourth, but we've got an extra game in hand here. And sadly, though, when you're in the split, every game is tough. Celtic win 3-0 in the Old Firm to move on to 97 points. Up next, though, is a home game for us against Aberdeen. Then after that, we finish the season away to Rangers. Hopefully, we do not need that. We're making a few signings here. Going to try and sign Eddie Nketiah. Celtic offer 6 million and you need like 32.5 to get him, which is pretty funny. But against Aberdeen, this is the crucial game. Crucial game. And it's a 2-0 win. John Lundstrom and Alex Lowry with the goals as Airdrie C of Aberdeen. Celtic actually draw 1 each with Hibs, but that is practically, yep, there we go, is guaranteed us it. We've qualified for the Europa Conference League no matter what, and now we'll be looking to get into the Europa League with a victory here that would absolutely be great. Obviously, Europa League, Nketiah, though, we've agreed to sign him. Obviously, though, if we beat Rangers, you can guarantee us Europa League, but with Europa League, you're going into the playoff round, but you'd still fancy us with the team that we've got to do some damage. But next up, Rangers. Rowan Ferguson, Bradley, Goldson, Davies, Sivic, Isungu, some familiar names in there, but I pretty much changed Rangers squad. Bustos, Rodriguez, maybe Rangers will be signing those guys in real life, but I ain't. Finds Billy Gilmore, back to Christie, Turnbull, trying to find a pass. It's Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati now, who can he find? He's going to whip it across. He finds Ryan Christie. It's cleared as far as Smith Road. It's Billy Gilmore on the turn. What a goal. He grabs his first goal of the season, which is quite hard to believe he gets it in the last game. Of course, he did only join us on loan in January, but man, he made it special there. His first goal for the club. Absolutely rifled that in, but it is substitution time into the second half. Shankland, who could potentially be playing his last game. Smith Rowe is tired. Should we bring on Aribo? I don't know what we're going to do here, but we're managing to hang on, which is quite impressive. Callum Fordyce, our wee assistant manager, telling us that Smith Rowe's given everything. We didn't know what to do. And now Smith throws a ball to Messi. Shankland to David Turnbull. John Joe Kenny goes for a goal, almost makes it 2-0 in the 90th minute. But it didn't really matter, guys. We've won 1-0 at Ibrox. It's funny, throughout the season, we just could not seem to do anything against the Old Firm. Now, we did beat Rangers at home once, but it seems like when it mattered, the team stepped up and they actually guaranteed the fans third place. So we'll be going straight to Europa League playoff. We're guaranteed Conference League, which is absolutely phenomenal. There is the league table, though, a few more teams to play, but as you can see, with a 6-point gap over Hearts, so it's absolutely irrelevant what they do. But yeah, absolutely insane. Messi bids farewell in his last ever game. Jameson will be returning to us on loan. The board are delighted with the club's path as we've qualified for the Europa League 4 years ahead of schedule. Now that is massive, 4 years ahead of schedule. They're not going to be doing too much complaining with us, but Lewis Jameson returns for loan. Not exactly a great spell. Hearts do win the last game, so if we did lose to Rangers, we would have actually finished fourth, but a point would have been enough to secure it as we book our ticket. But as you can see, end of season review 2024-25. Got a lot of signings. Joe Hart gets a B+, which is probably fair enough. I mean, look at my signings we made. We've got John Joe Kenny, that's an A+. Billy Gilmore, that's a B-. Prince Anning, I believe he was just on loan, wasn't it? Yep, B+. We've got Lionel Messi coming up next. An A+, of course, signing Messi. Absolutely insane. We've got Albert Sambi Lukongo, we've got a B+. Hopefully we can get him permanently. We've got Ryan Christie there. We've got an A for Josip Juranovic. A lot of good signings. Emil Smith Rowe, a bit disappointing this season. 6 goals and 10 assists, but I don't think he played that well. Turnbull was a free, so that was really good. Welsh was pretty much free. And yeah, with players out though, I mean, no one actually for a serious amount of money. Then the loans out, Adam Frizzell and Lewis Jameson, nothing really spectacular. But the board are pleased. They got a B- for the league. Finishing third in our first year up, only 7 points off Rangers. I mean, that's a good season. I mean, yes, the gap to Celtic is absolutely astronomical, but I mean, what do you expect, folks? What do you expect? But at the same time, I do feel like we've massively underperformed this season because I just feel like for the squad that we have, we should have been clear of Hearts and Hibs. I don't know what sort of squad that they've got, right? But you look at the players that I've signed, you know, that good stuff. We should be better. Our Scottish Cup and the Premier Sports Cup were a disaster. I mean, it says all by getting a D. Then we got a C in the Premier Sports Cup. Sadly, knocked out by Ross County. Shankland finished top goal scorer, but we did finish with 72% home average attendance, 7,337, which is pretty good. You can't really dispute that. I mean, compared to the numbers that we were doing in League One and the Championship, things are much better. Match to remember, though, was the big game against Hearts. Goal of the season was Alex Lowry. We're still a national-sized club, though. I mean, that is a bit unrealistic, though, isn't it? I mean, you've got Messi and so many other like massive names at the club, and nothing's really changed. I mean, Ansu Fati selling the most shirts, a bit unrealistic there. But there is our team. We've got Joe Hart, Hickey, Welsh, Botman, Juranovic, Lundstrom, Turnbull, Emil Smith-Rowe, Christie, Fati, and Lionel Messi. That was our best 11 for the season. So, I mean, that is pretty much how things have went there. Nothing spectacular, no real surprises either. And then it just basically goes on to mention all this about record breakers. Messi was our oldest goal scorer. Emil Smith-Rowe was the highest transfer fee. And all that good stuff. But you know what? We won Manager of the Season last year in the Championship. We couldn't quite do it moving forward. And then you've got all these players winning all these accolades. But anyway, guys, that is pretty much it for this episode 21 of the Airdrie Career Mode here on Football Manager. Next time it will be 22, the start of the season, Europa League. Will we survive? Who will we sign? With players leaving, Messi leaving, I mean, that is a big L, man. And all these other players with contracts expiring. But until episode 21, I'm loving life with Airdrie. We're loving life, brother. Testify. But until then, peace. Oh, hell yeah. Down.